From Nkechi, you asked a valid question. From the question you asked, I must say I'm sorry for what happened to you. May God Almighty grant your husband eternal rest in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Yes, coming to your question. I can understand that your husband did not write a will. He did not write any will, because if he has written a will, there should be no contestation over what he has. The problem now is that he died without a will. And like we do say, in eastern part of Nigeria, precisely Imo State has never put up the law on that women inheritance rights. River State has done that. Abia State has done that. Imo has not done that. But that is notwithstanding. The thing that is needed to be done first is for you, Madam Nkechi, to understand that everything your husband left behind, all the properties your husband left behind as inheritance, belongs to your 5 daughters. And that I can assure you, nobody has right whatsoever to take any of those properties that belongs to your daughters. Now, having known that your daughters have exclusive authority over your husband's estate, the next question is, what is the next step forward? Because when we talk about property right, we talk about you believing that property right is your property. Then the second one is for you to secure the property. Now, having known that you have the right to it, how do you go about it? Like we used to say, customarily in Igbo tradition, because people awareness has never been all that created, people don't understand the impact of UKJ and UKJ Supreme Court judgment. If your in-laws have understood it, there wouldn't be any problem. But like we said, she don't have any problem at all. If they are disturbing you, as you said, what we want you to do is to put up a complaint of everything that must have happened. Put it down, document it. I believe by the grace of God, by next month, we are going to launch the Property Right Awareness Initiative on air. Send the petition to us, then we are going to take it up from there. We will send an investigative team to your village. We are going to meet those your in-laws in that village. We are going to meet the traditional ruler in that place. And those problems you raised will be solved. We are going to do it for you, and we are there to take care of that problem. So what you need to do, today is 13th. Within 1 month from now, or about that, we are going to be fully all out to begin to solve problems on women inheritance, and we are going to do justice to that. So I just want you to know that help is underway. You don't have any problem, and you are not alone. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so very much. Let's also I want to also treat like 2 more questions, and then I would also open up the studio lines and we talk more. I am from what's the name of this place in Enugu State now? Okwanam.
No, Okunano. Okunano.
Okay, I think it has to be the spelling though.
Yes, Okunano.
I am from Okunano in Enugu State, and I have 3 daughters, and my husband is late. He died last year. I wanted my husband's inheritance for my children, but since last 2 months, I have been suffering from elephantiasis. My people advised me to leave the village and come back to Lagos where I base. Please, what do? I I don't want to die. Let me read that again. I am from Okunanu in Enugu State, and I have 3 daughters, 3 children. They are all daughters, and my husband is late. He died last year. I wanted my husband's inheritance for my children, but since last month I have been suffering from elephantiasis. My people advised me to leave the village and come back to Lagos where I base. What do? I don't want to die.
She mentioned her name?
No, she did not mention her name.
Okay, my sister, I'm sorry for the situation you are passing through. This is the issue we have in southeast part of Nigeria, whereby a woman comes on to challenge the status quo, or what the husband left for the kids, because she has no male child, and the in-laws will start putting all this juju in one way or the other. It brings me to what is called women inheritance and spiritual inheritance.
Okay.
You know, the Bible made us to understand that since the death of John the Baptist, the kingdom of God suffered violence, and only the violence won't take it by force. We want you to be spiritual, not religious, because there is difference between spirituality and religion. Spirituality is you having a divine connection to God, having a relationship to God. Whenever you are talking about property in Igbo religion, there is an adage that said in Igbo religion that your Igbo culture and tradition that you don't fight for properties empty-handed. What do they mean by that? That you don't fight for properties empty-handed? It's not that you don't have money, but you must have to be spiritually strong for you to be able to fight for properties. Either negative spirituality or positive spirituality. So what I am saying in the actual sense is that, my sister, please, hope is not lost. They use that thing to deter you, to make you feel that you are no longer safe. But God is the highest healer. God heals, and God will keep you alive. I want you to treat yourself, get closer to God, get people, 1 or 2 people who are very closer to God, to be able to sort each issue out. But that should not cause the reason why you want to relocate. Even if you want to relocate to Lagos, I want to let you understand something. Even if you want to relocate to Lagos, there is no problem. The solution is very simple. As long as you are there, your kids are there. Just with those petitions that I said to the other lady, once you put up those petitions that I told you, and a video of yourself doing the petition, explain to us, because we are accepting a petition, written petition, and a video of yourself, so that we know you are a human being and you know that you exist. Because we will, before we help you, we will do an investigation, what we call veracity check, to find out that what you are telling us is true. Because the Property Right Awareness Initiative, they work for 2 things. 1, the person must tell us the truth. Secondly, the person must be a victim of injustice. So if you fall within these 2 categories, we come all out 100% to assist you. We come all out to be able to do a lot for you. Some people will put up fake things, get to us, to make us waste our time and energy. And that is why we have decided, you put up a petition, submit to us, you do a video of that petition. Let us see your face talking, so that when we start our investigation, we will leave no stone unturned. But what I want to let her understand is that, like I told the other sister, just between now and middle of next month, our NGO is fully right. Just put up the petition. We are going to visit the scene, that village in Olo. Even if you leave Olo now, it doesn't make any difference, because we don't need you to fight that war. We can fight that war with or without you. So if you are safe in Lagos, come back to Lagos. If you can stay in the village, stay in the village till then. But know that when we come in, whether you are in Lagos or in Atolo, it is the same material. We will do justice to that fight. Thank you.
Okay. Now, before I open up the studio line to get to hear from some persons, there is this big question that has always come to mind. There's a huge question for me. It has always been, disturbing my mind as regards those people who are actually in the village. Just like you mentioned, the issue of land sometimes is not ordinary.
Yes.
If you are not strong enough,
yes,
you go for it.
Yes.
And so many people will tell you that a lot of persons in the village they use black magic, juju, charms, and all of these things to fight people, especially scare women away, from the village, and so they won't have to want to talk about their property, their right or whatever. Okay, and or rather their inheritance. Now, I don't know what you have to say. I don't know how you would want to advise people who are running away from the village because someone is actually against them, chasing after them and asking them to leave the village, or else they would die or something. So if, for instance, you have someone who is being chased out of the village for fear of death or something because the person is asking for her inheritance, and what would you advise the person to do? Not to run away from the village, or what exactly would you advise the person to do? The lady now.
Thank you, my brother. Before you catch a monkey, you must learn the ways of the monkey. The NGO is a fully packed NGO. We don't just do legal battle only. We do spiritual battle too. The NGO has a unit called Ecumenical Unit.
Okay.
Yes. Ecumenical unit, that ecumenical unit is made up of pastors, some prayer warriors, what do you call every other people that are spiritual. I want to let you understand one thing, that in fights for property, land has spirits. In every land you have, in everywhere you see land you want to build property, there are people that must have lived there before. That is why we always tell people, if you buy a property, if you want to live in another land, if you are a Christian, for crying out loud, call a man of God to pray on that land for you. However your spirit is led, but you must have to take dominion. If you are fighting for any land whatsoever or any property, you first of all have to take spiritual dominion over that property. Our people are highly diabolic. Our people are highly demonic. Once it comes to property, if you are not strong spiritually, you don't engage all those old people in fights for property. But you must have to be spiritual enough for you to be able to say, yes, I can stand over scorpion and snakes and nothing happened to me. The warfare is not only physical, it's spiritual. We are prepared about it. We encourage people not to run away from their houses. We encourage people not to run away from their villages, because the same God, the God of Elijah and God of Elisha, that performed miracle at that particular time is still today. If you run away from the village, it becomes an antics for those people in the village to take what belongs to you. Presently now, there are some people from the southeast, they don't go to their village again.
Not only southeast, no.
They stay 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, they have not gone to the village, and they are running away. You can't run away permanently from your ancestral.
For fear of the unknown, I guess.
Yes, apart from security issues, then if it is somebody is taking over your property, you cannot live in fear. God told us that we are not going to live in fear, that we have to confront our fear. But before you confront that fear, you must have to be spiritual. Spiritual in the sense that your life towards God must be at a particular level. You don't have to be a floating person. No, you don't stand on the edge. You must be very serious. The word is a word of warfare. So that is why the NGO has an ecumenical unit that is for prayers, for intercessories, and whatever we do. We are not a faith-based NGO, but what we are fighting for is property and land. And property and land, there is lots of mysteries about it. That's what I can say. But for her, she has no problem at all. If she has any man of God who is strong enough, she beckons on the man of God. When light comes, darkness will leave. Light does not negotiate with darkness. The presence of light seizes darkness. So we cannot run away because of somebody, a native doctor or a voodoo person in the village, and the person takes over the property that belongs to the woman or the kids. No, it cannot happen. The God that we serve, that is God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the all-powerful God, is still the same yesterday, is still today, and is still be forever. We will confront what confronts us. We cannot shy away.
Okay.
So I am telling everybody that has this fear that no, we cannot do that. The God did not give us the spirit of fear. God gave us the spirit to conquer whatever. That is our fear. Thank you very much.
0700 903 903 903. Let me get to hear from you now. Okay, your questions should be centered on inheritance, women inheritance. Okay, and hey, what is obtainable where you come from? 081 717 56338 is the WhatsApp number to send your message to. Just send that message to me and I would read it out so everyone can hear. 081 717 56338. 081 717 56338 is the number to call. Oh, sorry, is the number to send your message to. Then 0700 903 903 903 is the number to send that. Is the number to call. 0700 903 903 903. Move away from your radio set or turn down the volume so we can hear each other better. Okay? Thank you very much. Please be as brief as possible. Thank you so much. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon. Hello.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
What's your name? Where are you calling from? Okay. 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call. 0700 903 903 903. Good afternoon to you. Hello, good afternoon. Okay, good afternoon to you.
Hello, it can be good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hello, thanks for your guest. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, my brother.
Good afternoon, sir. In my side, when a woman now, some women they are not married, and they are the only daughter in their family, the only child.
Okay.
When their father and mother die, what they used to do is that somebody will come and be pregnanting them in their father's house. They will be producing children there in order to preserve that ancestral home. My uncle now, the one that's senior my father, he has a daughter, only one daughter, no male child, and that woman now we have a lot of about three boys. In my town, nobody takes land, nobody tries anything from women. Anything the woman like, she will do. Nobody drags. That is what they do. Even when there is nobody, somebody that have no child at all, what they do is they can marry a woman and put in that home, and then they will go and the woman, somebody will come and be pregnant with the woman. They answer in the name of that man that died without a child. I've never seen any. It's not that what they're saying is lie. It is true. But we are from Anambra. They are doing things like that. But in my time, what I have seen, we are not greedy of all those things. Even if you have no child at all, and you die, your uncle will not go to take that land. They will go and marry a woman, put in that place, and they will be producing children. They will call the children the name of that man that died. Even the woman opposite us, they are doing it. If you enter my village, my community, you will see about 4, 5, 6 homes that do things like that.
Okay. I
want you to talk about this one, whether it is good. Thank you.
Yes, my brother, you've spoken well. In Igbo culture and tradition, they call it Ihachiwani, whereby a man who has no male children, when he dies with a girl child, they will marry, they will bring in men to begin to impregnate the girls, to be having kids for the father. Okay. That is Igbo culture and tradition, and it depends on the particular location in Igbo land. But culture is dynamic and things have changed. Recently, you cannot go and marry and bring in a man to be sleeping with the woman now because it's against her fundamental human rights. Okay. You don't have the right to do it. What we are saying, and the law is saying, that even if the child is one girl, whether the girl has any children or not, that whatever the father has automatically becomes that of the daughter. The Igbo tradition was doing it before, that yes, they need to protect and maintain that lineage of the man. But the law, what the law is saying is that that Igbo culture and tradition that disenfranchises a woman, that makes that woman feels inferior and will be subjected to negative culture and tradition that will be against her fundamental human right, is nullified. What it means by implication is that that lady who is the only child of that man, irrespective of the culture, is entitled to her father's inheritance, and the law guarantees her justice.
Okay. We'll take more calls now. 0700 903 903 903. Okay? Just make it as brief as possible. Thank you so much. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Judy.
Good afternoon to you.
And your guest there, the lawyer representing the NGO. She's doing very good. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, my brother. God bless you.
Yeah, my name is Teacher Usifu. I'm calling from Abanojo, the Kotu.
All right.
Yeah. As the guest has rightly said, that we, especially in the eastern side part of Nigeria, that many of us are very, very diabolic.
Yes.
It is true. Not only that too, even the victims are said to fear for diabolism, you know. So that is another problem, you see. So, and then this female inheritance, so I've been saying much on that. But let me digress a little bit. Not only the female that are not given the right of inheritance, even the males, especially when they are very, very young, you know, when they are not grown up. If their father happens to die, that uncle in the village will deprive him, or the probably if there are males there, will deprive the males, especially the first male, will deprive that first male of inheritance just because he's not yet matured enough to know his right and get it. And even when the mother is there, they will always also deprive her of the son's rights. So that is the problem. That is what the NGO will have to focus on, not only on female inheritance, because that one has been sorted out already by the Supreme Court of Nigeria. So we should also, just as you rightly said, that culture is, you know, dynamic. Yes, we should also talk on the young boys who are not yet grown up, you know, on that inheritance by their uncles who may deprive them of that. So we should always hammer on that. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so very much for calling. I really do appreciate your call. Thank you. 0700 903 903 903. People just feel that there's a lot of other areas that the NGO should focus on. I mean, to make it rich enough, help us handle some of that issues, some of the things, you know, not just human rights. People are passing through so much, and they really want to, they don't mind if somebody could just step in for them. And that's what he is saying. Hold on. Good afternoon to you. Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, this is Austin calling from Igondo.
All right.
Yeah. I like this program. I think this is an opportunity for me to just lay this complaint. It's something that has been bothering my family. There was a property, the place would be staying for the past 23 years, long before my dad died. So my dad died in the year 2019. Immediately, the owner of the property came to ask us to leave the place. You understand? So, but there is no documents. We do not have any documents in the place, but the place was given to us, and my dad was in charge of the place before he died. So immediately he died, they came and took over the place. So but before they came up to take over the place, the people started having issues with us. Why my dad was, why we were still trying to see how to bury my dad.
It's okay.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Now they asked us to vacate the place, and or they take us to court. So we asked, we said let the people bring the person who gave us the place, right? Let us have one-on-one conversation with the person before we will leave the place, and let's come and compensate us, because we can't just leave the place like that. And we didn't hear from the person, and we've been trying to reach the person, the woman with the international line. It never went. Not until when they took us to court, we were forced to answer to the court. So we had to get lawyers. The lawyers were trying to see how to, make us maintain that place. But at the end of the day, the court they made them want the property. So we were forced to leave the property. So since over like 2 years, I think it's a year now we left the place. So nobody to speak for us. So my mom has been disturbing me that please let us see how we're going to ask people to help us for compensation. I said I don't know what to do about it. The court has said they own the place, and the court has given them the place.
Okay. All right.
So I think I don't know. We don't know what to do. Can we still be compensated over the land? Because my dad is late. They didn't give us anything. They just asked us to leave the place, and they're telling us that we are not. That the place they made us to be tenants, not that they give us the place to look after.
Right.
So after 23 years, nothing to compensate us about. So it's something is that broken, and I cannot. I just when I think about it, I just feel like let me just forget it. But I don't know if
it's all right. Yeah.
Yes.
Let's find a solution to that first of all.
The solution is simple. These things should sound as a note of warning to any and everybody. The Bible says that our people perish because of lack of knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody gives you a land, either by grant or by whatever means, the first thing that you should do is to have a documentation over that.
Okay.
The man should have told the person that gave him that land as a grant for proper documentation. If he has had a document, that land, that transaction documented, the reverse would have been the case in the courts. But those people who are relatives to the person that gave them that land now played on their intelligence, knowing that they don't have any documentation whatsoever. And when you go to court is evidence and proof before the court.
Of course.
Facts. Court does not deal on emotions. Even if you cry from now till December and you don't have any facts, there is no evidence, there is nothing the court will do. So when somebody gives you a gift like property, now or any other time, the first thing you will do when the relationship is very sweet, tell the person that particular thing will be reduced into writing.
Okay.
Get it documented. Every party signs, it becomes a binding force. For the father not to have any documentation on that, there is nothing to be relied upon. It's a sorry state. I must assure you It is only leaving them to their conscience. But to get justice from the court will need evidence, proof before the law court. It's only on appealing to their conscience. That is the only way. It's a sorry situation.
Indeed. Okay. Let's see if we can also touch on some, and of course take more comments or more questions per se. Okay, 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call to be part of this beautiful conversation this afternoon. Good afternoon to you. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Kamichude.
Good afternoon to you.
I don't know.
Thank you. What's your name?
There for me.
All right.
Yeah, my name is David, calling from Akko.
All right.
Like my place, the place I came from Imo State. It's a man. It's a marry a wife. Maybe without children. If that man died or something like that, so try to marry the person. Nobody will drag anything with the woman. This is how we do for our place too. I don't know any other place.
Where are you from?
I'm from Imo State. Owerri North.
Okay.
Owerri North.
All right.
Yes. Since my childhood, I've been seeing so many people that married, so many young men that married. They didn't have children, but the man died. If a woman if that woman the woman will stay. Or if he maybe you will remarry. Because we don't drag all those things. I've been hearing all these things from radio. I say this one is dragging something, this one is dragging, that one is dragging. All these things is not in our side. It can go and verify.
Okay.
It can go and verify.
Thank you so very much. Yeah. Of course, one of the reasons why we're here is to verify everything. You know, right? You need not to wonder. Yes, don't worry.
The man that is talking, I want him to understand one thing. In Igbo culture and tradition, women do not have inheritance. It's children that do. And it's always a problematic thing when a man dies without a child. Even the Supreme Court judgment of 2014 is talking about the rights, the property right of the child, not about the wife. It's only in Quran, like I used to say, that gives inheritance right to the children and to the wife. But in our normal Igbo culture and tradition, women are not given their own entitlement as inheritance. The Supreme Court judgment did not even give the inheritance to the wife, it's the children. So any culture that gives inheritance to women has to be applauded in Igbo land.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Hello, good afternoon to you. Hello, good afternoon. Hello. Okay, I think we'll have to go this way to take more calls now. 0700 903 903 903. Then WhatsApp 081 717 56338. All right, those are the numbers to send your message or be calling. Now, there is this big thing I would love to raise. You said there are so many statements you made this afternoon, and I want to conceptualize some of these statements and push out this question to you. But then, hold on, please. Good afternoon to you. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. What's your name? Yeah? Hello? Yes. Thank you. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead, please.
Okay. I'm just again. This work or job. What about these people
this man, in Ivy Camp.
Now we can hardly hear you. It's kind of very, very noisy there somehow. Please do move away from where you are and then call back. Okay, move away from it. Some people don't understand this OKJ and OKJ. What's it called?
Supreme Court
judgment of 2014. But please hold on. I want you to explain that to us, better. Hello, good afternoon to you.
Hello.
Yes, good afternoon.
Oh, my brother, I'm happy to get you today.
All right.
My dear. Yeah. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, my brother.
All right. I had a story and I need the advice on my own story.
Okay.
My father married 3 wives.
Okay.
And that 3 wives produced 5 boys. Now, our elder brother, when he wants to build the house, we don't have enough space. My father told him that he should not build the house. As a first son, he's owner of the main house he built as a father. He should allow his 4 brothers to share the many space. So our elder brother said, he must build his own in the same compound. My father warned him. He refused to hear. So he went and he cut the remaining land and built his own there. So when my father wanted to share land, he called all of us. So he said that as my elder brother wants to hear and have taken some part and built, now he's giving me, being the 3rd son, the house he built on his own, and others to share the remaining ones that remaining. And all of us are there that day. Nobody said no. So after many years, my father died. The day my father died, I went home to go and bury him. So I raised the issue. My father said, I'm the owner of the big household. All of them begin to mostly be no one. Begin to shout, he will kill me, this and that. Meanwhile, the day my father was sharing them, I told him that maybe 2 boys then. Why can't you go and call maybe woman I know, let's be witness.
Yeah.
He said, no, in my own place, in Imo State, I'm coming from Osula government. He said, we don't do that. Everybody shares his own land on his own. So now, when my father died, I raised the issue. This man nearly killed me. And call his people, his sons, to be married 2 wives or 3 wives also. As any guy rise up to talk about their fatherland, he made a kill me. My baby knows since almost 10 years I never go my place. Although the man is late now, but his children is after me, that I should not mention that place again. So what will I do, man?
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you so very much.
My brother.
Thank you so very much. He's going to answer you now.
Thank you very much for the question. Your father made a mistake. 1. During the time he shared that land, since he did not want to write will at that particular point in time, he should have been able to get to the kindred, call 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people as a witness to the sharing of his properties to his children, knowing fully well that it's a polygamous family. And when he must have done all those things, your mother made another mistake again. Your mother should have tried as much as possible to buy a goat at that particular point in time. And that goat will be killed, given to your father as what the custom demands, that you have accepted your inheritance. If you have done it at that particular point in time, that is, that your father brought in 2 or 3 or 4 kindred before doing that, and your mother then, because you are small, was able to buy goats at that particular point in time and give it to your father, and your father killed the goat for the purpose of that sharing, that transaction becomes sealed by custom. But these 2 things your father did not do. I don't know whether he was not so averse of the tradition of Igbo land that he refused to call the kindred, and at the second time he did not agree for the goat to be killed. Now, how do we place it? If you go to customary court, who are the witnesses that are going to come there? Every other person, you don't have a witness. That is the problem. Because if there had been any witness at that particular point, it would have been easier. But think back and see whether you can have any witness to that effect. If there is any witness that knows about what happened, that I can give witness over what happened, then you have a case.
All right, hold on. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hi, good afternoon. Yes.
Good afternoon.
Okay.
My name is Nancy Information.
All right.
I give you a guess. I have two questions because it's like it's only Wednesday that you to bring in. I have two questions for him. One is, what are these people who have been driven away by some group of people in this country out of their inheritance, out of their land? Who will speak for them, or what and how would they go about it? Two, now that I like what you're saying, it's good to have a share, or a woman to have a share in that property is good. But one two questions is that, how is it that nobody among our people, Igbo side, no of our lawyers, our Supreme Court has declared Nnamdi Kanu free? None of them came out to fight for him and fight for his release.
I think you're going off what we're discussing. It's not a political talk this time around. You're going off to Nnamdi Kanu, to that. No, that's not what we're discussing now. Okay, we're discussing rights. All right, property rights, women rights. Hello.
Hi.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, studio guys.
Good afternoon, my brother.
So, my own advice, see about the inheritance where they're talking about is the things of the world. He thought because our people now, you get people where no go understand this about all this thing, and they go use and they kill each other. And advise this young man to bring this matter for the studio. He better let us leave this thing. Make people know how they think they do their things, because some people now and they use the juju because you don't have the inheritance something. If you don't get money today or tomorrow, you go to bad land and do other things to you. That's my advice. I rest my case.
All right, thank you. Thank you so very much. I'm trying to see if I can take your call though. What's your name? I don't know. Okay, Charles Bernard. I'm trying to see if I can take your call. Please do call back. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Mr. Kamejida. I'm out to BOPFM.
Just go ahead, please.
Okay.
0700 903 903 903 is the number to call to be part of the conversation. Then if you want to send in a WhatsApp message, you're free. 081 717 563 38. 081 717 563 38. All right, just send in a WhatsApp message, or that is instead of calling. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm so much love this program. Is it today every day like
every Wednesday? Yes, every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday. That's nice. Okay. All right.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Jude,
yes.
There was a question raised by one of the callers. The callers raised the question: all this insecurity that is happening and people that are being displaced, what happened to their property? What happens to their property rights? That is part of our message. You know, in one of our editions, I said something that over 80% of the land and properties we have in Nigeria do not have valid titles.
Yeah, you said so.
Most of the community lands we have do not have valid titles. That it becomes expedient for individuals, for communities, for organizations to seek for valid title to their land. Everybody must wake up to formalize their title. We are talking about formalizing the informers. You don't just buy land and you keep quiet. You don't just get an inheritance and you keep quiet. Take it further. Go to the government. Register that property of yours So that even if you are not around for 100 years or donkey years, as long as it is secured, nobody takes it away from you. But when your land is not secured, when your land is not registered, when that your property does not have any title, you are vulnerable. And there is nothing you could do. You might be displaced, and other people will come back and take your position. But when you have valid title, you will be able to claim what belongs to yours. That issue of valid title is what happened 50-something years ago when some Igbo brethren lost their properties in Port Harcourt, Rivers State, as abandoned property because they did not formalize their documents.
So whatever you want to get, even if it's a car, I think it's very, very okay to formalize your documents. Make sure it's up to date. Okay. We'll take this call now. 0700 903 903 903. Hello, good afternoon to you. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon to you. What's wrong with your network? Oh my God, so sorry about that, huh? Sorry. Good afternoon to you.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah.
Hello. I'm still waiting for your call. So sorry. You've called like how many times now? With what I can see here, it's about 15 different times you've called. So sorry about that. I have to let you go. Okay. Good afternoon to you. Hello, good afternoon. 0700 903 903 903. WhatsApp 081 717 56338 is the number to call. 081 717 56338 is the number to send your message to. Then 0700 903 903 903 is the number to call. Good afternoon to you.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Hi, good afternoon.
Yes. In fact, I'm getting very informed and educated with this your program.
What is your name?
My name is Elo. I'm calling from Satellite Town.
Okay.
I would like to find out from the Honorable sitting with you there, enlightening us, if it is only in Igbo land he works.
Okay.
Hello?
Yes, I heard you.
I would like to find out, does it go elsewhere, other states, maybe southwest, south, to help victims of marginalization to get back their properties?
Okay. Hear him.
And
okay.
What are his contacts? Phone calls, WhatsApp, emails, or something?
All right. You asked correctly. The NGO, like we said, Property Right Awareness Initiative, which I represent, is coming out fully by next month.
That's in April, right?
Yes. We are not working for only Southeast. We are working for citizens of Nigeria, Nigerian citizens, irrespective of where you are. 36 states of the Federation plus Abuja. And what we do is we are fighting for Nigerian citizens whose property rights are violated. In terms of family inheritance, 1. 2. Surface rights. 3. Subsurface rights, or what is called mineral rights.
Okay.
So these are the 3 major things we do. And virtually all the 36 states of the Federation and Abuja, they have 1 or 2 minerals within their state. So we do fight for citizens of Nigeria whose rights in terms of their minerals are being violated.
It means the NGO goes everywhere. I mean,
yes.
They are everywhere.
Yes,
everywhere.
36 states of the Federation.
And they were talking about contact. Yeah.
He should for now give the contact to the radio station. Then when we are up fully, we will now begin.
No, what I will do is let me give them a contact.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Very fine.
Yeah. Let me give them a contact. Just you could send in your message.
Yes.
All right. We'll take it up from there.
And Judy, there is one lady that called before
Yeah,
from Newi
yeah.
that had somebody, the grandmother is still in the mortuary for 7
years.
Please let that lady gives you the contact. It's an emergency. That job is the first job we are going to take for the property rights. Once we come on stream next month, we are taking that job as the first job, and we will visit that place. We will visit the mortuary. We will visit the traditional ruler of that place. We will take that job as serious as possible. Please, we need the details of that lady. If that lady is hearing, please package your petition, send it to the contacts the presenter will give to you. We are going to take the details of that. Is going to be one major job that the NGO is going to do, and we are going to publicize it. That people will know that they don't have right whatsoever to keep a woman in the mortuary for 7 years because of inheritance. Nobody can do that. Nobody has that right. And we will make sure that the perpetrators of that act must not go unpunished.
7 whole years.
Yes.
Because he gave birth to, I think, just
female children. And they just, somebody just in his own volition kept the woman in the morgue for 7 years. Our people are insane.
Okay. Let's break it down now. Like I said, all we will entertain is a message, a WhatsApp message, or a text message. Okay, no calls. When we want to talk to you, someone will reach out to you. Okay, so I'm giving out this contact now. 070 121 464 54 070 121 464 54. No calls, just text message or WhatsApp message. Give us your name, give us your location, also drop your phone number and tell us what the situation is exactly. All right, and later when whatever we need, whatever information we need, whether you're going to be doing a video for us, we'll tell you to do the video. All right, you heard what he said earlier. Attach a video to it and let's hear, let's understand, break it down for us. That's it. 070 121 46454. Like I said, no calls, just WhatsApp messages or text messages. Thank you so very much. Now I will take some more calls right now, and of course I will also check if I have a couple of messages to read. Yeah, okay. Good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon to you. Having issues with that network. What's going on? Just keep trying, okay? Just keep trying. 0700 903 903 903 is the number to call. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chide.
Good afternoon to you.
Yes. Good afternoon to your guest.
Good afternoon, my sister.
This is Apichini in Wanta Goodness. I'm calling from Ojo.
Okay.
Please, sir, I want to ask you. I have an uncle. 20 years ago, he collected a land from my mother, and the land was given to my grandfather by his boss, who he served for years. So during the time of war, they asked my grandmother to bring their children back. So they have to build a mud house in that land. And when the uncle, when the brother of our father came back, bring them in that land, he started disturbing my mother. At the end of the day, he took my mother to the court. My mother warned him, and he also took her to the shrine, which she also went in. And just because she don't have the money to pay to the shrine people, we have to go and sell another land to compensate the shrine people, then give him the land. Coming back one day from her marketplace, we find out that our house has been brought down by my uncle. So we have to get another land. We have to buy another land in that same village, in that village. So since then, he has built many houses in that land. And those documents, the document of those lands is with my mother. I don't know if it's possible for us to get that land back, because it has been for such thing. It can happen almost 21 years ago now.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
She said they went to court and there was a judgment in the favor of the grandmother.
Exactly.
So which means there is a subsisting judgment. Secondly, she said that they equally went to shrine and the mother won. In that custom of shrine, what did the people in the shrine do after the man could not honor their judgment? They didn't do anything. Now there is a subsisting judgment which the man never appealed upon. So as far as the law is concerned, though I don't know whether it's at the High Court that decision that hears, or at the customary court, but whatever it is, judgment is a judgment, and judgment is alive until it is being vacated. And if the man did not go for an appeal against that judgment, the judgment is alive. So she has
the judgment is alive.
Yes.
Okay.
She has a case. So she will do the needful by putting up a petition, like I said, and doing a video of her narrating the petition and sending to that number. So we look at it and we are going to conduct a veracity check.
Okay.
We do investigation. If somebody brings a petition to us, we don't just start acting. We send an investigative team to investigate the veracity of your claim, to identify two things. That one, that what you are telling us is true and nothing but the truth. Secondly, that you are a victim of injustice. Once we are able to establish this, then the legal team will swing into action. Thank you very much.
All right. Sorry, I wanted to just sustain you, leave your call there, and you left. Why now? I knew what I did because of how many times you've tried. Okay, you can call now. I want to personally hear your own, statement now. Please just do call in 0700 903 903 903. Then WhatsApp 081 717 56338. That's the number to call. Send your message to, rather. Okay, let me talk to you first. I'll come back to WhatsApp. Good afternoon to you. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. My name is Tuchuku Adele Thompson.
Okay.
I'm a chartered accountant. I'm calling you from Obanikoro, Lagos.
Welcome.
Okay. If I enjoy your presentation and the discussion with your guests, very, very good. If for instance, your father loved his elder brother so much, and that whatever he did for the love of his elder brother. His elder brother had 6 children. He had 3 children. In fact, when he wanted to marry, he had to marry for his elder brother before he could marry, because he was better off than his elder brother financially. So whatever he did for his elder brother. In fact, before he built his house, he had to build a house for his brother, and before he could build his own. So he resided in Lagos, but his elder brother was in Aba, very close to Ishalangwa South in Abia State, the village. So and he used his elder brother as the eye for.
Can you go straight to the point now? We have a lot of calls to take.
Hello?
Can you go straight to the point now?
So he invested in land. He bought so many lands